Hi, my sweet fellas. Today I'm going to read to you from two of my favorite children's authors. The first one of these is me, and I've written a poem. It's called GrammyCher's Buffalo Boys. Now, when I start reading it, you'll think you know what the poem is, but listen carefully. Ready? I think that I shall never see four boys as wonderful as these. There's H and E and B and G, who are in my thoughts constantly. As I look to God all day, I lift my heart to pray for them. I'm just a Grammy who often wears those goofy rollers in her hair, in whose arms those boys have lain as we listen to the rain. You know, poems are made by folks like me, but only God could make H, E, B, and G. Now, the next author that I want to read you a book that he wrote is Lionni. I love the way he writes children's books. This one is called Little Blue and Little Yellow. Here we go. Whew, look at all those. This is Little Blue. Here he is at home with Papa and Mama Blue. Little Blue has many friends. There are his friends. But his best friend is Little Yellow, who lives across the street. And there's Little Yellow with his Mama and Papa. How they love to play hide and seek and ring around the rosy. In school, they sit still in neat rows. After school, they run and jump. One day, Mama Blue went shopping. You stay home, she said to Little Blue. But Little Blue went out to look for Little Yellow. There he goes. Uh-oh. Alas, the house across the street was empty. No Little Yellow there. He looked here and there and everywhere until suddenly, around the corner, there was Little Yellow. Yay! Happily they hugged each other. See them hugging? And hugged each other until they were green. Hugging until they're green. Whoa. Then they went to play in the park. They ran through a tunnel. They're having fun as one little green. When they were tired, they went home. But Papa and Mama Blue said, "You're not our little Blue. You are green." And Papa and Mama Yellow said, "You're not our little Yellow. You are green." They didn't think they were their little boys or their little circles. Oh, little Blue and little Yellow were very sad. They cried big blue and yellow tears. Look, there are those blue and yellow tears. They cried and cried until they were all tears. Oh no, poor little fellas. When finally they pulled themselves together, they said, "Will they believe us now?" Look, they pulled themselves together, got all those tears back up and turned into who they were supposed to be. Mama Blue and Papa Blue were very happy to see their little Blue. Oh yeah. They hugged and kissed him. And they hugged little Yellow too. But look, they became green. Now they knew what had happened. So they went across the street. They knew what had happened. So they went across the street to bring the good news. There they go. They all hugged each other with joy. Look at them. Blues and yellows hugging and turning green. And the children played until supper time. Oh, yes. The end. Beep. Wasn't that a fun book? One of my favorites. Little Blue and little Yellow are best friends, and when they hug each other, special things happen. Now this one, also by Lionni, is called A Busy Year. See what this one has to say. I think maybe I read this to Hudson's class one time. It was the first day of January, and for the twins, it was their first walk in the winter snow. "Look," said Willie, "a snow mouse. He's holding a broom," said Winnie. But then they heard a voice. "I'm not a broom. I'm Woody the tree." The twins could not believe their ears. A talking tree. Look at that. Winnie and Willie and a talking tree. See that tree right there? When they returned a few weeks later, it was February. And the snow mouse was melting away, but the tree was still there. "What have you been up to?" she asked. The twins told Woody, that's the name of the tree, about the McBarney barn where they lived, and about the cows and the horses and the chickens who lived there too. There they are, snowman's melting away. It's February, but Woody the tree is still there. In March, the rain and the wind never seemed to stop, but the twins went to see Woody just the same. She had become their friend. "All this rain is fine," she said. "I need it. And soon it will be spring. I can't wait. I feel my buds." That tree feels her buds coming on. And indeed, when April came, Woody's branches were full of buds. "How do you know which ones will be the blossoms and which ones the leaves?" Winnie wondered. To her, they all look the same. Which ones will be the blossoms and which will be the leaves on Woody the tree? "Oh, Woody, you're beautiful," said the twins when they returned in May. "Yes," said Woody, her branches heavy with blossoms and leaves. "May is my month." It was warm, and the three friends talked and played all day. On their way home, Willie said, "It's a shame that Woody can't run." Woody couldn't run and play with them, but she could talk with them. Look at all those beautiful blossoms. "You look sad," said the twins when they saw Woody again. "Don't you like June and the summertime?" "I do," said Woody, "but people are careless with campfires, and many trees die in the flames, and I can't run." The twins looked at each other. "Don't worry, Woody. We'll protect you," they said as they ran back to the barn to find a hose and water. Woody gets concerned when people don't put out their campfires good and start those forest fires. It was July when one morning Winnie and Willie heard screams and yells. "Help! Fire! Help!" It was Woody. They unrolled the hose as fast as they could. The flames had almost reached their friend, but the twins arrived just in time. "Winnie, Willie, how can I ever thank you?" said Woody gratefully. "Look at that. They took the hose and they put out those flames so it didn't hurt Woody the tree." August was vacation month. The twins went to the seashore with their parents, but first they went to say goodbye to Woody. Woody was sound asleep. "Let's not wake her," Willie said. They hung a note from her bark. It said, "Going to the shore. Goodbye, Woody." There's that sign. When they returned in September, Woody's branches were full of fragrant, juicy fruit. Wonder what kind it was. "How busy you've been," the twins exclaimed. "Take as many as you want," said Woody, and the twins ate their bellies full. Nothing had ever tasted so good. They're red and round. Maybe they're apples. If they're cherries, they're really, really big. October arrived. Autumn was almost gone, and winter was coming closer. Icy winds blew Woody's leaves away. "Poor Woody," said the twins. "Don't worry," said Woody. "Next year I'll have new leaves. You'll see." That's what happens, isn't it, in the fall? The tree was bare now. "It's November already," Willie whispered. "What shall we give Woody for Christmas?" "She deserves the best," said Winnie. "I shall give her a nice piece of cheese." Willie looked at her with dismay. "Cheese?" she said. "Trees don't eat cheese." "I know," said Winnie, laughing, "but it's the thought that counts." Whoops, didn't show you that one. Look, climbed up into Woody. That's cool. December came, and then it was Christmas. Winnie stepped forward to give Woody her present. "What is it?" asked Willie. "Manure," said Winnie triumphantly. "Disgusting," said Willie, but Woody laughed. "Fertilizer is just what I need," and she meant it. Then it was Willie's turn. His box was full of bulbs and flower seeds to plant around the tree. Woody thanked her two friends. "Merry Christmas!" they all shouted together. They were happy and ready for another busy year. Isn't that a fun book? Watching Woody the tree go through all the seasons with his friends Willie and Winnie the mice. And that is the end of that one. Now I've got one more Lionni book, The Alphabet Tree. This is a fun one. This is the alphabet tree, said the ant. Why is it called the alphabet tree? Asked his friend. There it is, the alphabet tree. Because not so long ago, this tree was full of letters. They lived a happy life, hopping from leaf to leaf on the highest twigs. I'll get that in real close and you can see some of those letters. They're just letters all over the place. Each letter had its favorite leaf where it would sit in the sun and rock in the gentle breeze of the spring. See those letters? Each had their own special place. One day, the breeze became a strong gust, and the gust became a gale. Ooh, strong, strong wind. Look how it's blowing that tree. The letters clung to the leaves with all their might, but some were blown away, and others were very frightened. Oh my, look at the letters blowing away, and some are hanging on. They were scared. When the storm had passed, they huddled together in fear, deep in the foliage of the lower branches. There they are. There, all those letters huddled together. A funny bug, red and black with bright yellow wings, saw them there hiding in the shade. We're hiding from the wind, the letters explained. But who are you? I'm the word bug, the bug answered. I can teach you to make words. If you get together in threes and fours and even more, no wind will be strong enough to blow you away. There's the letter bug, and he's talking to that clump of letters. What's going to happen? Patiently, he taught the letters to join together and make words. Look, cat, leaf, and tree, me. See some letters on there. Some little words. Some made short and easy words like dog and cat. Others learned to make more difficult ones, twig, leaf, and even earth. Words, words everywhere on the tree. Happily, they climbed back onto the highest leaves, and when the wind came, they held on without fear. The word bug had been right. They didn't get blown away when they had joined together. Then, one summer morning, a strange caterpillar appeared amid the foliage. He was purple, woolly, and very large. Such confusion, said the caterpillar when he saw the words scattered around the leaves. Why don't you get together and make sentences and mean something? Look at that caterpillar talking to the words. He said, you're just a bunch of words scattered all over. The letters had never thought of this. Now they could really write, say things. They said things about the wind, the leaves, the bug. Good, said the caterpillar approvingly, but not good enough. Why? Asked the letter, surprised. Because you must say something important, said the caterpillar. They had said things like, the wind is bad, leaves are green, the bug is small. But the caterpillar is saying, you need to make sentences that mean something. The letters tried to think of something important, really important. Finally, they knew what to say. What would be more important than peace? Peace on earth and goodwill toward all men. They spelled excitedly. There it is. Peace on earth and goodwill toward all men. There's the caterpillar watching them. Great, said the caterpillar. Now climb onto my back. One by one, the letters climbed onto the woolly back. But where are you taking us? They asked anxiously as the caterpillar began climbing down the tree. To the president, said the caterpillar. Isn't that funny? Going to take that message to the president and all the presidents and kings and everybody in the world. Peace on earth and goodwill toward men. The end. Thank you, Lionni, for being such a good writer. Now, before I go, I'm going to tell you that poem one more time about GrammyCher's Buffalo Boys. I think that I shall never see 4 boys as wonderful as these. There's H and E and B and G, who are in my thoughts constantly. As I look to God all day, I lift my heart to pray for them. I'm just a Grammy who often wears those goofy rollers in her hair, in whose arms those boys have lain as we listen to the rain. You know, poems are made by folks like me, but only God could make H and E and B and G.